Hey, what's up, guys? So, yeah, I just wanted to make a video about some of the things I've been doing in Pennsylvania while I'm waiting on the van to be fixed. Been painting, been doing some work and stuff like that, but been out visiting a few places and, enjoying the enjoying Pennsylvania. So, here's a little bit of what I've been up to. But Happy New Year, and I will talk to you in a little bit. So this part of the video, I'm in Centralia, Pennsylvania. It's famous for the mine fires underground, and the whole town was condemned. It's crazy, man, because the whole town was condemned. The government stepped in. They bought out the homeowners and stuff like that. And I still think to this day there's like 3 or 4 families that are still there and refuse to sell, refuse to move and stuff like that. But everybody else bought out. This is the old interstate that was shut down. And as you can see, it's now called Graffiti Highway for a reason. But they had to build another highway to go around this one. Obviously, they were worried about sinkholes, and stuff like that. So, but I mean, the fires were burning for over 60 years, and still to this day, I was there 5 years ago, and I could still see smoke coming out of the ground, out of the sinkholes and stuff. This trip here, I didn't see any smoke anywhere, but doesn't mean that it's still not burning. But I know it's still burning, but we didn't see any smoke this time. But yeah, right now pretty much everything is just made into 4-wheel hills and dirt bike hills and stuff like that, which is cool, but I mean it's unfortunate for the people that live there. I mean, that was their life, that was their livelihood, that's what they did, I mean, they were coal miners, and they lived in a coal mining town, but just a little stop, like I said, I've been there before and I wanted to go back, but yeah, Centralia, Pennsylvania. If you get a chance to check it out, man, check it out. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. So I had to stop by the Rocky Steps in Philly. We took a quick trip to Philly to see family and friends and stuff, and so I had to do the Rocky statue. It's one of those things I've been wanting to do for a long time. So it wasn't bad. Stood in line for maybe 10-15 minutes, and had my picture taken with Rocky. It was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I didn't go into the art museum, and all that stuff around Philly, and like I said, it was a real quick trip, but I had to do this part. So obviously from the movie, they moved the statue over to the side, and those there are the steps that Rocky ran up in the movie and stuff. But this here is a small mining town. This is where people lived, where they were when they were working there, and they built the town, for that reason. So it was actually pretty cool, man. There is a museum there. It was closed for the season, and the guy was like looking at me all crazy, like, "What in the world are you doing here?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not from here, and this is new to me, and stuff like that." He started laughing. He was like, "Oh, it's just dirty to me," But yeah, I like stuff like this, man. I like old stuff, and I mean, to get away from the city, get away from the friggin', the big buildings and the bricks and, stuff like that. So I like old stuff like this. But it's pretty cool, man. It's a little mining town, like I said. and they just built, you know, the whole town around it. Their families live there, you know, stuff like that. I mean, this is, you know, back from the 1800s, you know, so but it was pretty neat, pretty cool, you know. Never thought coal would be so interesting. It's so funny. But yeah, so it was a good time, man. I can't remember the name of it this second, but I'll write it down, or I'll put it in the video one way or another. But this is, you know, just some pictures I took while I was there. Just real quick. But anyway, like I said, I'm waiting on the van. The van should be ready, hopefully, this week, hopefully, or next week. But yep, I am planning on taking a trip back to Virginia. I've got some stuff I have to do there in my hometown. I plan on going to New York at some point in time, back to Pennsylvania, and you know, making some stops along the way and see what happens. It all depends on, you know, work. You know, like I said, you know, I paint houses, and that's how I make a living. That's how I pay my bills. This right here was the doctor's house. You know, I had to take a picture of the outhouse, you know, I mean, for real. I mean, a real outhouse. How cool is that? But yeah, like I said, I'm, you know, got to take a trip back to Virginia, and I want to go to New York, come back to Pennsylvania. I've got some more work up here, you know, and just document stuff as I'm going, you know, what I'm doing and stuff like that. Took Charlie out to the golf course so he could walk around, but he loved it. There's a little skate park I found. Didn't have a skateboard with me, so, but you know, just odds and end things around Pennsylvania, around the area that I'm in. But I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day.